Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? Street Trading coming at you with this week's weekly trade watch list video for the 11th through the 14th, 2021 October. Let's get right into looking at an hourly chart of SPY. So, we went into pretty deep analysis off of on our weekly recap. I'm not gonna go too much more into it, but if you haven't had a chance to go check that out, go take a peek and then come on back. But before we move forward, obviously it will be a pretty interesting week for the overall market. There's some key levels that are getting tested into the close. Actually, the last two sessions of last week's trading, and so it's going to be an interesting week to see. Are we going to push, or are we going to continue to fade? Right? Is it a dead cat, another dead cat, or are we going to push? I don't know. Tough question, guys. I mean, we're obviously kicking off a couple weeks into the final quarter 2021. So there's going to be some movement, right, from major players. So keep that in mind, right? Definitely keep that in mind to understand how the bigger players play this game that we are all involved in. All right. So obviously, look a little deeper, think a little deeper. We always talk about that, guys, right? Despite your time frame in the markets, whether you're scalpers or a little bit longer term, quote unquote, active traders intraday, or you're holding overnight, swinging it, or your position, whatever it is you do that suits your abilities, your personality, your mindset, right? There's no one way to do this job right. There's not one way to build a career in the markets. You guys know that. I mean, there's guys that destroy the market scalping 50 fucking tickers a day, which for us is insane, but it doesn't matter. For us, it's insane. For someone else, they crush it. There's guys that hold overnight. There's guys that trade on the weekly. Hold it for the month, for 3 months. That's sweet. I mean, listen. Whatever you find a sweet spot, that's your sweet spot. There's an argument for everything. A sweet spot for a month, 3 months. It's an argument. It's a sweet spot for the month. That's an argument. Sweet spot for the week. That's an argument. Sweet spot for 2-3 days. That's an argument. Sweet spot for one overnight session. It's a sweet spot. It really doesn't matter what works. Just what works for you. That's all that matters, guys. Right? Don't get twisted. Don't get caught up in have to do what everybody else does. Fuck everybody else. You do what works for you. Sorry for the language, but anyway, not sorry. Anyway, let's get into it. Getting sidetracked here. Let's get into what we're looking at for this week's session. Like always, we have our levels and our game plan, or if this and that, already laid out that we're going to cover right now. Got alerts set going into each pre-market session. We could be right on all of them, could be wrong on all of them, or nothing's going to pop off till the end of the week. Doesn't matter. We don't know. But we are ready if this, then that. If this, then that. All right. So we got a handful. We got 9 or 10, something like that going in. We got some continuations from last week that made it onto the list yet again because they're still in play. Right? They're still in play. All right, guys. Anyway, let's get into enough chatter. Let's get into the overall securities, game plan, and our if this and that scenarios. All right, guys. Let's go.